slightly faster pace over the next 2 years. That's after growing by 6.9% last year.
Tanzania's economy is expected to grow by 20 basis points to 7.4% in 2017. According to the country's central bank, this growth will be driven by construction, communication and finance. The country is experiencing increased real estate development for residential and non-residential purposes and building of road networks.
Tanzania is East Africa's second biggest economy. Major industries include manufacturing, transport, agriculture and communications.
Tanzania was recently declared as one of 3 East African countries whose economies grew very strongly in 2015. What would you say is behind that growth?
Well, Tanzania has been growing very rapidly for a number of years. Over the past 15 years almost, it has been growing at 7% in real terms. This is one of the strongest performances. And actually, it's quite unusual for countries to have such a prolonged stretch of economic growth. We hope it continues. The sources are many. One is strong population growth. Population is growing by 2%, which is very rapid. The growth is very broad-based. Many sectors account for it. So there's no single story. There's a story of transformation away from agriculture into many, many different sectors. You have light manufacturing with simple products like mattresses and curtains. You have simple processing of foodstuffs like fish, tea, coffee. You have services, tourism. Well, Tanzania has a very diversified trade structure as well.
In its new 5-year plan, the Finance Ministry said it is committed to putting the country on a path to become a new Tanzania. Dan Ashby has been looking through the economic forecast.
Tanzania is getting a reputation for change, and now the government wants to accelerate it. It has just released its 5-year plan, and the figures are ambitious. It wants to reduce poverty from 25% of the population to 17%, create an economic growth rate of 10%, and increase tax revenues by more than 40%. There is reason for optimism. President Magufuli has cracked down on corruption and excessive spending, and Tanzania's growth and investment rates are among the highest in Africa, driven on by investments in a new port and big gas projects. But the plan is still heavily reliant on foreign help.
Tanzania can only fund just over half of its development budget, so it needs foreign investments to double.
Sisi, Tanzania Mpya.